Welcome, my friends. How's it going? It is another day where we come out. It is Wednesday. And you know what happens on a Wednesday? It is Wednesday. Day deal. It is. So it's good to having you around. And today I'm excited. I'm bringing out to you an amazing deal that I think, yeah, a one lucky family, they're going to thank me for the rest of their lives. I think on this deal that I'm bringing you today, if you are the lucky guy who's going to be getting this deal, someone in your family, they're going to be like saying, uncle, father, granddad, whatever, whoever you are, mommy or auntie, thank you, you invested then. Because today we get to reap the rewards. It's going to give you some great income. It's going to give you some great capital for generations to come. But the exciting part is that it's going to give you some money today. Today, yeah, that's what we're talking about. So, welcome wherever you are watching us from. I am extremely privileged that you are here with me today and you are going to be watching us, and we are going to be talking about the specific deal. So if we are just meeting today and this is your first time and you've never been here before, welcome. It is great having you around. My name is TJ, and I'm bringing you today every Wednesday at the top of the hour. We bring you Wednesday Deal Day. It rhymes, ne? Wednesday Deal Day. And that's what it is. So I'm very privileged that you guys are here, tuned in. Remember to share with other people as we go along in these Wednesday deal days. These deals are available for you. I bring them on to you, and you can literally buy them if you'd like to. Yes, like I did mention, it is I, TJ. I am a father of two, a husband to one, and that's my family there around about 6 years ago. And boom, that's what they look like. Now, yes, all grown up, we've been putting some fertilizer on them and they are growing as fast as they can. And if you do have kids within your presence, you know that these kids, they do grow. But over and above that, I'm excited that today I'm going to talk about one of my great teachers that I've been learning from, and for a long time, I still learn from him. He says that, I think this is so cool. And the way he says it, I think is so cool. Rich people acquire assets. The poor people, yep, and the middle class acquire liabilities that they think are assets. Let's just let that one in. Before we go into the deals today, how many deals have you bought so far? I know. I've bought a few. You see me buying them. I'm showing you. I'm seeing some of them. I bring some of them to you. And basically, he's saying here, rich people acquire assets. Why would he be saying rich people acquire assets? Well, they spend most of their time acquiring assets, right? And then the assets pay them. However, it goes on to say the poor and the middle class acquires liabilities and they think they're assets. I bought a car the other day. I haven't bought a car in a long time, maybe in about 12 years or so. I bought some other cars for business, but for me, I see a lot of people that buy cars, and I'm thinking, why are you buying cars? Like, it's an asset. Is it really? And I just want to say to you, right? Raise your hand if you. No, don't raise your hand. Actually, between the categories of people that Robert Kiyosaki is talking about here, the rich people, the middle class, and the poor, which one are you? Right? Which one are you? If you're both already a one bed, two bed, you are in the growing, you are in going into the percent of the rich people because you're buying assets already. If you got nothing, you're probably on the poor side. I didn't say it. I'm just saying choose your category to what Robert was saying here. Actually, we mustn't call him Robert. I saw him the other day. I think they were in Thailand with an old good mate of mine from the UK, but they were in Thailand. I think, Thailand, yeah. And I saw Robert Kiyosaki walking with a stick. I'm like, ooh, brother is getting old. I mean, he's the grandfather of everything else that I teach. I've been learning from him for a long time, and I still continue learning. But obviously, I've customized it for our market. But anyways, let's not dwell on that. I just wanted us to talk about this thing about buying assets and knowing where you are. I think I'm gonna let it sink, and it's for you. Let's jump into the daily itself. Today, I am going to talk about student accommodation. And if this is not your game, don't tune off, because I do think that by the end of the session tonight, there's a bit more that I'm going to teach tonight. Other than presenting a deal to you, I'm also going to teach you a couple of things as I go along. So it is Wednesday deal day, and tonight we are talking about student accommodation. Why student accommodation this time of the year? Because it is the season of buying for student accommodation for those that can afford. And I'm of the view that one executive is going to snatch this deal, and they're going to be on their way out of the rat race. Yep. What is the rat race? You know what the rat race is. I don't need to explain it to you. I've been out of the rat race for a minute, and you can do it with some rental properties, guys. It's pretty easy. It's a very simple process, and remove yourself from your success. You probably are holding on to where you are right now. You are hindering yourself from your successes. But anyways, like anyone else, I've been reading the newspapers, and yes, I see what they are talking about. And I thought, let me remove this elephant in the room, because it's something that we need to discuss here at the tribe. So a lot of people have been calling me and they said, TJ, what do you think? What's going on, brother? And the first headline that I want us to jump into, it speaks about the NASFA CEO. So for some of you who might not know what NASFA is, it's basically the body of bursaries in our country, in our local market here. And they kind of like pay, I want to say that they pay averagely better, but they've been in the newspapers, in the news for all the wrong reasons of late. For corruption and so on. And off late, they say this is in the newspaper. I grabbed this on the newspapers. You guys can grab it. And it says, NASFA CEO has been charged with a fraud and corruption. And someone called me with this one and says, TJ, are we safe in the investment of student accommodation? And I said, what do you mean? He says, well, if the CEO has been charged with fraud and corruption, surely the money is gone. I said, I don't know, brother. What do you think? He says, no, so this is not a good asset class. I said, well, let me go and check out what it says. This is the news, right? There's good news and bad news. This is the news. I don't know what they're saying. Let me go and check it out. Whilst I was checking this out, I then saw another article that then says, SIU recovers further, so which means that this is a special unit, investigation unit. Special investigation unit recovers further 4.5 million in NASFA's corruption and scandal. So there's another scandal here. Some more money has been recovered. Okay. So how many more has been stolen? I don't know. I'm not at NASFA's, but let's go on. I then went on to read in the newspaper, and in the Corruption Watch says another NASFA's debacle puts students further at future students at risk. Opening corruption case against NASFA is the last resort. This is the TUT that are saying this, the SRC. So it's a lot. Woo! It's a lot that is happening here. All around corruption, all around money, and things like that. So I want to bring you into the conversation of this particular conversation that I had with a mate of mine. And I said to him, brother, the way I am seeing this is TJ's view. and you don't have to take it. It's a TJ's view. The way I'm seeing this is that I'm seeing a few bad apples at NSFAS, right? I see bad apples everywhere. But does that stop me from doing business? No. Does it worry me? Yep. It's a risk. There is no business without a risk. Okay? How then, as a businessman or woman, should you be mitigating this risk? This is a very important conversation that we're having today. And I think that we need to be talking about it. And in the comments, let me know what your thinking is. So the first thing that I want to speak about here is that we're seeing all these negative things. So should we shun away from student accommodation? I want to give you what TJ, what he's thinking is. The first thinking is that, are you in the business to serve NSFAS? It's a question that I am posing to you as a landlord. Are you in business because you are wanting to serve NSFAS? My view is that it's a no. I am not in business of student accommodation so that I can serve NSFAS. NSFAS is one of the tenants, but there's many other tenants. NSFAS is the better paying tenant, but it's one of the tenants. So for that reason, I am in business because I want to solve a problem. Remember, I always say you need to be in a business. And if you're being in a business, you need to solve a problem. So what is the problem that you're solving? I am solving the problem of student accommodation. The tenant, one of my tenants, one of the louder tenants, one of the bigger tenants, one of the paying tenants, one of the national tenants is in trouble. So am I in trouble as a businessman? I don't think so. I think that we need to understand what is the problem that we're solving for, student accommodation, and NSFAS just happens to be a tenant. They are not the tenant. They are a tenant, meaning that there is other tenants. And I'm going to show you how. However, I also want to stress the fact that there have been lots of corruptions in many other sectors. But in this one specifically, when you see this risk, this point number 2, when you're seeing this risk, what then should you be doing on your business? Right? And I always say that here at the TJ Tribe, we are not here to spoon feed you. We are here to discuss. I give you frameworks. So the framework here is that there is a risk, just like we have the ESCOM risk not having power on our places. When we face load shedding and kids need to go to school and they need to be in our residence and learning, the mitigation was that we needed to have solar in our places. That's the mitigation. So what is the mitigation of NSFAS? You need to figure it out as a landlord. Does it make sense? I think it makes sense. Now, as I go through to this presentation of ours, I do want us now to speak about the deal. And I thought, let me just talk about the elephant in the room around student accommodation. It's a conversation, and everyone has their own views. I don't know any of those people that have been labeled in the newspaper, so that's true or not, I don't know. I think there's cases that are still open and things like that until the cases have been closed and so on. I think this thing's going to continue like this. But as business people, we need to be careful. We need to have mitigations, and we need to be knowing which universities are paying, which ones are not. And we should trade carefully so that our business can continue running. So going into today's deal, let's jump on into today's deal. It's a 2 million rand deal. I don't think everyone will be able to qualify for this one. I do think that someone else who's an executive, young executive, will be able to qualify for it, more specifically for the amount of money that is required here, 2.2 million. Not every simple TJ is going to get 2.2 million underneath their bed. And not every TJ is going to be able to afford to borrow 2.2 million from the bank. So I do think that it's a specific people that are going to be banking on this deal. So it's 2.2 million, but the beauty of it, this is an amazing deal. It's going to give you around about 90K rental. But let's go on. We haven't done this today. Let's start. We want to start doing the right things. So wherever you are, 1, 2, 3, let's go. My heart is open. Yeah, you need to repeat after me. Let's start again. 1, 2, 3. My heart is open. My mind is open. Help me, TJ, to make some money. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what we do. Why am I always saying that we need to do this, guys? Not everyone comes from money. Not everyone understands money. We may be actually wanting to do some of these deals in the head. It's got its own logic and we see the deal. It makes sense. But in here, the fear might be too much. So the heart is saying something else. And now we procrastinate. And now we're thinking of analysis paralysis. And we are wanting to circumcise the mosquito and all of those nice things. And yet the deals continue to come and go. Or sometimes the other way around. So I want you to stop that, and so that you can be making some money for yourself and for your families. And that's why I say this. Just say it after me. My mind is open. My heart is open. My mind is open. Help me, TJ, to make some money. Do that every day, wherever you are. And let's see where it's going to get you. It's going to get you to some money. Right. The deal that we are going to be talking about today, it's a simple deal. It is a student raise. It's not a student raise at the moment. It is to chase for the 2024, which is next year's intake. When I started buying this properties in this area, I was buying properties at $1 million, and the prices just continued skyrocketing. It's been amazing. But this particular property, you can buy it for 2.2 million, and there's an additional renovation of 500,000 that is going to be on the deal. Okay, so you're all in for roundabout 3.2 million, and you're going to be collecting a yield of plus 20%. They're collecting 90,000 rand a month. 90,000 rand a month. Whichever way you want to slice and dice this, whether this property is cash, whether you're going to borrow some money, you're going to get some great returns. Okay, you're going to gain some great returns. So that is the deal. However, I want to come back to that conversation that we had. So if NSFAS is not our landlord, where else are we going to get some tenants? Well, my friends, in student accommodation, there is what they call private international students. These are students that come through into our country, and they are international students. They don't have anywhere to stay. We, me and you, landlords, can provide accommodation to them. It's another tenant outside NSFAS. All right. How much would they pay, TJ? I don't know. Research in your area, okay? Or research along the universities where you are wanting to provide accommodation. Another type of investor is private local students. Not all students are on NSFAS. There is other students that are paying cash that comes from homes like your home and my home, and they reside in these properties, and they are looking for accommodation outside being at the race. It's another type of client that you can serve. TJ, how much are you going to charge? I don't know. Figure it out in your area. Here we don't spoon feed. We give you the framework and you go and make the decisions at home. But when you're really getting stuck, you can come in for coaching. I can coach you how to do it. I'm doing it. Okay. The other type of a tenant is, yes, the big elephant in the room, the NSFAS one. We've spoken about it, so I'm not going to dive in a little bit more. However, I also want to stress the fact that even though we're talking about the NSFAS one, for other government bursaries, right, from different government departments. Yeah, the others tenants that I also want to speak to is a pan-African students. Some of them, they come with bursaries. I didn't update my presentation. I should have done that. Some of them come with bursaries as well. In US dollars, my friends. Uh-huh. Yeah. You can hear I'm going into my Pan-Africanism, ne? Yeah. Some of them, they pay in US dollars. Some of them are coming from West Africa, East Africa, even in Southern Africa. You know this, right? They're coming to study here. Their families back home, whether they are in politics, whether they are higher up in the food chain, they're sending their kids to South Africa to go and learn. Where do they stay? In your property. And now all of a sudden we are throwing ups and downs. And we are now toying. Hey, TJ, student accommodation is not working. Hey, TJ, NSFAS. Hey, TJ. Yo, guys, like you're giving me constipations. Like, really? Like, this is why it is important to go to school and learn about your business, learn about your craft, right? You've got customers in your business. If you got customers in your business, I was checking out MTN the other day, and I was telling my wife they launched such a cool product recently. And whilst we were in the UK, I said to my wife, I wonder why South Africa telecoms doesn't do this, because like in the UK, you get a card and they only charge you for data, but you get unlimited phone calls, unlimited SMSs. So I was speaking to my wife when we were there, and bingo, when we came here, MTN has just launched, I think they call it the Superflex, if I'm not mistaken. And basically that Superflex is giving you at a minimum 300 Rand, I think it is, and unlimited phone calls, unlimited text. Yo, why did MTN do that? They realized that they need a new product to entice more customers, right? And all of us now, we are all going to run there. It's new customers, new business. So when NSFAS becomes what it becomes, you need to now look into your business customers. How best are you going to acquire new customers? But do you have to wait for NSFAS to go doom and whatever? No. How about you do a 50-50 today? How about you do a 30-30 today? How about you split whichever way you want? I did tell you that today I'm going to be teaching you some stuff. It's getting hot in here. Yep. Those that come to school, they know that we go a little bit deeper in this. Finding the right persona for you. Maybe NSFAS is not even for you. So you might be in student accommodation and this doesn't phase you at all. But a lot of us, we've been toying. In case you don't know what toying is, we've been striking. Yeah. We don't want to buy. No more buying properties. No more buying properties. No more buying. That's the slogan, eh? Oh, no, not that one. No more student accommodation. No more student accommodation. Hey, I might be now being called in for TJ for inciting violence. I'm not doing that. It's a joke, ne? Do not take my joke seriously. I am just saying that let's not toy around things that can be managed in a business with the business methodologies, right? So for us and me and you as property investors, as business investors, and as business owners, let's think before we jump on and jump off the roof. Okay, right, let's go on. There is a plenty other niches, my friends, that I haven't even spoken about. I know of someone who is Muslim and he only does Muslim girls. Yep. In his properties, he only houses Muslim girls. That's it. It's a special niche. Whether they are NASFAS or not NASFAS, that's another thing. I know of another property accommodation in another area that is Afrikaans girls. Yep. Irrespective of gender. And they uphold their traditions of Africans. I know a place like that. So basically what I'm trying to say to you here, my friends, is that in whatever that you are going to do, find your niche, find your persona, find your custom, and then thereafter, we can explore more of those people wherever they are to create a business. Now, as we go along on this particular property, what's going to happen here, my friends, is that you are buying at 2.2 million. Off the cuff, you're making 3 million. Yep. How did I calculate that? TJ. Whoa. TJ, how did you calculate that? What do you mean I can make 3 million here? Come to school so that we can teach you how these things work. Okay. All right. Nonetheless, over and above the 3 million that you're going to be making on this deal, you are also going to be making some proper monthly cash flow on this deal. It's a no-brainer. It really is. So that's why I said in the beginning of the conversation, whoever who's going to be buying this is going to be winning today, tomorrow, for generations to come. Now, I've got a new requirement of working with people now, right? Let me show you. I've got a new requirement. I don't want to work with everybody now. People are just calling me, TJ, I'm interested in the deal. You don't even have money. You're interested in the deal. Why are you interested? We're being serious here. We're talking about businesses here, guys. So, TJ, I'm interested, but I don't have money. So how am I going to help you? Seriously, how do I help you? Right? So we want to be working with serious people that are wanting to know exactly what they want to do. So in the comments, there is a link that you can follow. Basically, it says the TJ tribe, the link. And in that link, my friends, the first thing that's going to ask you is the deal name. Just type in there 20 September so that we know that this is the deal that you are inquiring about. But not only put in your details. Yes, put in your details, but I want you to also know, have your pre-approval sorted. If you do not have your pre-approval, I can't help you. And we will not talk about the deal. I won't tell you where it is. I won't give you the pack because you're wasting my time and you're wasting my team's time. We're not about that. We're doing business here and we want to work with people that are sharp, people that are knowing what they're doing. And if you don't know what you're doing, go to school. That's why we've got the school available. You're sounding harsh today. I'm not. I'm just trying to make things better for you. Okay. So you gotta have your pre-approval. Or if you got your cash, have it ready. So if you got 2.2 million, then have the money ready. When you come to me or to any of my team members that's going to give you a call, tell us, I've got my 2.5. It's sitting in my bank account, right? We facilitate the whole process. It's seamless, guys. People that are buying these properties, it's super easy how they get into these deals, right? So if you're one of those people that has 3 million sitting underneath your bed, yeah, we can help you out. That's number one. If you qualify for 2.2 million and above, call us. We're going to ask for that pre-approval. If you don't know or if you don't have your pre-approval, don't stress, but you know at some point you qualify for 2.2. Don't worry. Call us. We will give you a bond originator if you don't have one. Or just ask your banker to help you out, right? You're paying for the fees for that anyways, so that they can help you. So my friends, this is a great deal. It's a no-brainer deal. It's money for days. You are likely going to be having some money in this deal here by around about February. You'll have your tenants in February coming in. There's a bit of Reno, obviously, on that 500 that you need to attend to. So if you're one of those people who are very adamant around your holidays for Christmas, then you need to buy the project now. And like I mean now. And then the renovation needs to kick in late October, early November. Place your beds, place your furniture, go on holiday, put your property with a property manager. And by the way, this is fully managed, by the way. It's a fully managed investment. So whoever who's going to buy this, you're getting the property manager as well that's going to manage your students. So it's totally hands off if you want to be, right? And they will give you reports all the time. They do the collections for you. And the bingo, you continue being a doctor if you are a doctor, a psychologist, a accountant, whoever that you are, whatever executive you are in your business, you continue doing that. But you already know you're getting your banking another 40K at minimum on this deal if you're buying it with debt. And if you're buying it with cash, you're banking around about 60K to 70K on every 30-day cycle. Who doesn't want that? Yeah. Anyways, it is I, TJ. I'll check you out on the next video, my friends. It's been great hanging out with you. And if you're one of those people that qualify or who have the cash, ping us. Let us know. Fill in the form, and I'll get you this deal. And you can get to make your own money. It is I, TJ. Check you out on the next video, and God